It's been more than a decade since BruestCat introduced the natural gas industry to HotCat freeze protection technology. Since then, the owners and operators of natural gas pipelines, downstream regulators, and critical system equipment throughout North America have done the math and discovered that whether you consider the cost to permit, cost to operate, cost to maintain, or total life cycle cost, BruestCat HotCat is the most efficient, most reliable, and most economical alternative. BruestCat HotCat has earned its place as a vital link in North America's energy complex, providing wellhead to burner tip protection from costly freeze-ups. Our customers include America's largest distribution and transmission companies, natural gas power plants, cogen facilities, and the industrial sector. We also partner with leading engineering and construction firms to configure cost-effective gas system protection for greenfield projects and expansions. For more than a half-century, BruestCat has provided flameless infrared catalytic heaters for high and low pressure pipeline applications, ranging from town border stations and city gates to production platforms, industrial complexes to municipal entities and co-ops. With the introduction of HotCat in 2005, we combined the design and operational features customers told us they valued most. Those features include the ability to locate equipment in areas classified as hazardous, a flange and go design that simplifies setup, efficient direct heating that minimizes energy use, flexible zoned controls, and totally quiet operation. Those features continue to be critical for companies who are buying pipeline freeze protection or who are planning to replace freeze protection systems that are outdated or inefficient. But today, there is another factor that's equally important to most buyers. It's as important as purchase cost, as important as operational cost, and every bit as important as maintenance cost. It's environmental cost. In just the last decade, green has become not just mainstream, but a primary factor impacting every equipment purchase. And green is where HotCat really shines, not just in one sense, but in four distinct and important ways. To begin, the patented BruestCat design was engineered for maximum energy efficiency. HotCat heaters optimize thermal efficiency by maximizing the surface area of the heat exchanger. This maximizes the heat transfer coefficient of the heat exchanger, which is always the controlling factor in any heat exchange operation. The combination of surface area design, greater velocity, and retention time ensures efficient heat transfer to the gas and energy savings from the very first day of operation. A related design advantage of HotCat is its unique and direct application of infrared heat. HotCat surrounds the heat exchanger with catalytic infrared energy, which is directly absorbed. So, the HotCat system requires just two heat transfers, from the infrared to the heat exchanger, and from the heat exchanger to the gas. Common water bath devices, on the other hand, involve four separate heat transfers. First, from the flame to the fire tube inside the solution. Then, from the fire tube to the ethylene glycol. Next, from the ethylene glycol to the tube bundle, and finally, from the tubes to the gas. Many owners and operators today now recognize that this is a very inefficient and decidedly unenvironmental way to heat gas prior to regulation. There is another big environmental difference between HotCat and its rivals you may have heard about, and depending on the location, it can be even more problematic. The open flame combustion of a water bath device always emits a continuous loud roar. Operators in neighborhoods often complain of this continuous noise pollution and compare it to the rumble of a freight train. The noise pollution of water baths day and night is loud enough that in many locations, including town border stations around the country, water baths cannot be installed at all. The HotCat alternative to noise pollution